What's up guys, Beast Army Fitness here with a how-to video to how to inject steroids, or in this case, testosterone. I get asked all the time, how do I inject my gear? Where can I inject my gear? How many cc's is how many milligrams? Well, that all depends on what gear you have. In this case, is test propionate. It's 100 milligrams per ml. So what that means is, every 1 mil on the needle, which is right there, is 100 milligrams of product. Now, some products are 200 milligrams, 250 milligrams per 1 ml, so watch for that, okay? So in this case, it's going to be 100 milligrams per ml, okay? So, what you will need is your gear of choice, in this case testosterone, a brand new needle. Don't reuse needles, always use a new needle guys, they're cheap. An 18 gauge draw tip, once again don't reuse it, they're cheap guys, they're 15 cents, use a new one, it's not worth it. I already have one open, so yes, this one is new. I opened it to show you guys the amounts, but it is new, I promise you. You will need alcohol and a paper towel, or those little alcohol swabs that you wipe, or you rip open, sorry, and you use those. So, what you're going to want to do is, first, clean your hands. Or wear gloves if you have them, but clean your hands with alcohol is just fine. You're also going to take this and you're going to clean the bottle. Okay? This one's already open, like I said. Normally they come, open the package, open the bottle up, and they have a little cap. You pop the cap off and you're ready to go. Like I said, I have new ones. This one's open. I'm not currently on cycle right now, but our buddy here, the Lion, is going to be the one taking this cc of test to demonstrate, because like I said, I'm currently natty. So your hands are clean, your bottle's clean, you're going to want to clean the site, in this case the glute. Make sure you clean that well. Don't touch it once it's cleaned, leave it alone. So you're going to want to open your needle, your draw tip, you're going to want to open this, take your draw tip out, you're going to want to unthread, push the plunger all the way in, unthread this, put that away, you're going to need that, put the draw tip on, slides on like that, okay? Now you're going to want to pull back to whatever amount of fluid that you desire. So we're going to take out 1 cc today. So I'm going to put 1 cc of air into the needle, okay? We're going to balance the pressure inside the bottle, because if you don't balance the pressure, you're going to try to extract fluid out, and the pressure in the bottle is not going to match and the fluid will not come out. So this is the reason for this. Only put in the amount of air that you need. Don't load the needle up and put it in. Just, 1 cc for 1 cc is fine. So it's 1-to-1 ratio air to what you need. Now, inject that into the bottle, okay? Always hold the bottle, guys, upside down, like this, when you're taking the fluid out, okay? Now you're gonna draw back a little bit past what you need. So like I said, we need 1 cc, right? So we're gonna draw back, and we're going to push back into the bottle until 1 cc. Okay? Now we're going to pull out of the bottle. Now we're going to pull back the plunger to suck any fluid that's in this tip into the syringe. We don't want to waste any gear, right? We need it all, obviously. So we're going to thread that up, thread this tip off, throw it away, it's garbage now, okay? The reason for that is this oil is very thick, and this needle will take a long time to flow the oil into the needle. And you don't want this needle touching anything but you. You don't want it dull, you don't want germs on it. So, like I said, thread this back on, it just easily turns. Pull off the cap, and you're going to want to hold it upright, push out the air, okay, until there's no air left at all. Alright, now we're going to put our cap back on, and we're going to do the glute today. Now, site injection options, like I said, you can do the glute, you can do your leg, you can do your delt. Today we're going to do the glute. If I had to recommend two places, I would say glute number one. If you're on frequent injections like a Prop, like we're using today, it's an every other day compound. So the glutes might get sore, you know, Monday to Wednesday, Thursday, and Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and so on. Boom, 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 it gets sore. So what I normally do is I'll inject my glute, then my glute, then my delt, and then back. That way you have a full rotation before you have to inject the same spot again. So for the glute, you're going to want to put your thumb. This is a good guideline if you're wondering where to go, where do I inject it. You're going to put your thumb on your hip bone, okay, like this. Your thumb on your hip bone, and then drag your finger backwards. So right there. So that's a good guide. Get your hand like this, put it on your hip, and then back. Wherever your finger lands on your glute, that's where you want to do it. That's the best place, okay? But like I said today, I'm not on cycle. So today, Tony the Tiger is going to take the injection. So, once again, I'm going to do it again. Clean the injection site. Okay, well, some of you guys that don't have strong hands, you can run this under the tap in warm water and just warm the fluid up a little bit. I do it because it's just easier, because normally I take a lot more than 1 cc, but if you're strong enough, if you have someone with strong hands, don't bother. But if you want to make it a little bit easier to push in, instead of using a thicker needle like a harpoon, you can use, you can warm the fluid up, which makes it a little bit easier. In this case, we don't need it because it's just a tiger. So, like I said, we're going to push until a little drop comes out. That tells us that there's no air in there, okay? What you're going to want to do is pick your site, inject it. Don't go slow. It's going to hurt. It's going to bruise. Hold it like a dart and just inject it in like this. Here, I'll put it a little closer to the camera for you guys. Okay, so what you want to do now is you want to aspirate. This is so important. Okay, so when it's in you, you're going to want to pull back. See the air? That's good. You do not want to put this into a vein. Okay? So we have air bubbles from inside. Now we're good. So we're going to push this into our subject. Done. And pull it quick. Now the injection's done. Now we're going to want to take a paper towel, hold it over there just for a second, just for the blood, to seal and to coagulate. And then we're going to want to put the cap back on the needle, unthread it, and discard, guys. Do not, please do not use the needles again. I don't want to hear about anyone getting an infection. Do things properly, guys. They're like 50 cents. So the needle, this goes back in the box. Until next time. This is not medical advice. I'm not a doctor. This is for information and learning purposes only. I'm just trying to help everyone that's wanting to choose the path to go on gear, and they don't know what they're doing. So I'm trying to help them do it safely. Now, one more thing I want to add before we go, like if you're on testosterone, DECA, EQ, different oils, you can mix testosterone and then you can add DECA. You can mix your compounds in the same needle, so you don't have to make two holes. Unless it's water-based product. If you have a water-based compound, you have to do separate shots. So if you're on a test suspension and a DECA, you cannot mix those two. If you're on a test enethate and a DECA, you can put them in the same syringe and make one hole. And that will save the amount of injections you have to do. But never mix water-based and oil-based compounds together. Alright, that's it for today, guys. Beast Army Fitness here. See you next time.